All right. We are live. People will join us shortly. If you're
You're
watching on
live.
replay, welcome, welcome. Back for another fun Sunday night, huh?
Mm-hmm. Bells are ringing. Seems that it's time. We need to talk about a deadline.
Well, I mean, technically we got 24 hours, right?
That's right.
Yeah, no big deal. But not a lot of reason to waste time, right? So
Mm-mm.
what if we just bring it all up? Welcome everyone to Sunday night's Final Orders Due show. Richie's here. I'm
Hello.
Keith.
Welcome, everybody.
We are fired up on our 30-minute party,
Mm-hmm.
and the magical website of Final Orders 2 for us on us turns around and says 398 items on the list this week.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
And next week's already bigger, although it's early. Things bounce in, things bounce out. But this is the fun. So
It is indeed.
again, this is a live show. You can join us on Sunday nights, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Please feel free to chat. Please feel free to heckle, harass, or just point out the things that you think we should be talking about too, because you see something that's cool to you, and everybody else should hear the same things. But we will try to hit the notes that we quickly took and have bring it up and give it to you guys for an opportunity. All items can be ordered from the website today and tomorrow before 6 p.m. These items we typically do have on the website a limit one per person, but because these are pre-orders, if you'd like additional copies, please contact us. We can help you out with that and place in additional orders to get that done. We always allow multiple copies if it is prior to the final deadline.
Yes, that's why we do this show, is because you can do multiples. And I think there's a few things that people might actually want. And this is also the time where we can actually order it and make sure it's on the rack, either for other people or for you specifically, which is the most important one.
So do you want to hit something specific? I mean, we could kind of segue into the biggest deal of what might be multiples right away.
Yeah, I think that you and I are on the same track there. We might as well start with it because it is technically before. Well, you have that one and there's another one on there too.
Oh,
you're
going to have to.
DCKO.
Oh, DCKO's is on there, isn't it?
DCKO doesn't technically close until next week, but
the blind bag's up this week, isn't it?
Got to do it before. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the new funness in our hobby, the blind bag.
Yes. Oh my.
Gambling on demand.
Mm-hmm.
It was Battle Beast that kind of kicked this off, right?
It was Robert Kirkman. I blame him entirely.
He comes into it and we're thinking, oh, that's kind of extreme, having, like 12 different options inside of a bag. You don't know which one you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the word extreme, huh? Like that's very subjective at this point. And you know what? This is the most extreme one here, the Mark Spears Monsters.
Yes.
But on the flip side, it kind of fits the style, right? Like I'm not going to knock it for it because this is how the collectors like to collect this comic. But the Monster and the Wolf has a trick or treat blind bag. Were originally announced 75 different options, and it has gone up since then. The most recent one, I think, added in another 5 or 10 on the list. But this is the A cover. This is the standardized one right here. And inside of it, there is so many different options. I think we're going to post up on the main page, our main Facebook page, what they have given us in the way of all the cover shots and all the different things that are possible inside of it. We'll make a special post about that. And I think I'm going to have up tonight a option for people to buy 5 packs at a time, if you'd like, because I've had some people requesting for that. So that we will have it available. You can contact us and get multiple copies for this, no problem at all, because if you're fishing and just wanting to see what you can kind of get in the different ones. That's what it is. I am very interested in what was listed as the cover 71 to 75, the trick covers.
Yes.
What is that about? And I don't know.
We have no idea. That's kind of the fun part with the blind bags, fun or crazy, whichever perspective you want to look at it. It makes it blind for everyone. We're not sure what you can get, and that's kind of cool. I kind of like. Obviously, I understand why it reaches out to you and makes you want to jump in. And I think that the best time to jump in on a blind bag is on final orders due. Blind bags, especially, are going to be harder to order because of that chaos factor. And it's going to be harder and harder for us to keep track of those as we do more and more of them. And I want to make sure that everybody does get a chance to like get 3 or 4 and be able to get some different options.
It is harder for them to manufacture this because of the extra process steps of putting it in the bag. Obviously, all the different covers, the mix of how these turn around and get out there. And again, like this one has ratios as to how often one is. Like it's a chromium foil listed out here that are 1 in 420 packs. So there's a black and white that's 1 in 1,000 packs. Glow in the darks that are 1 in 1,000 packs. So it's not something that they can easily go back and do additional printings for, even if there is demand for it. We have seen the Mark Spear stuff come out with additional printings. I would assume that there's going to be something, in additional printings possible, but it will never be at this level where all the different covers are available. So
right.
they may pick 1, 2, a couple, but this is the time to turn around and get into it. And again, I'll stress the website right now will limit you to 1. By the end of tonight, I will have 5 packs up that you can buy as many 5 packs as you like. They're going to be the same price as buying 5 singles. And then if you're a hold slot and you just want to contact us and tell us how many you're looking for, please send a message in. We'll be able to take care of you for it.
Get you there. And while we're on the subject of blind bags, we might as well DCKO jump into that.
Yep, we'll grab that one up on the screen to kind of look at that because this too, the list of what's over here and available is Nutter Butters.
It is crazy, yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 different possible ones in there. A 1 in 100 Mark Spears, a 1 in 250 Javier Fernandez, 1 in 500 Jim Lee, 1 in 1,000 Greg Capullo, and then alternate foil versions are for those ratios. So the different ones are like this are alternate and foil.
Right.
So real interesting. I don't believe DC has released these images.
They
Does
have
that
not.
seem right?
Yeah.
They want it to be a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
They want it to come out. I know some of them will match up with
variants.
No, actually, I don't think they do. I'm not even sure because I know that the way the Batman #1 was, it was foil versions of the variants. But I think this is actually just being kept under a really close wrap.
Interesting. Well, that could be true because I think there was a leak of the 32 characters that are going to be involved in the tournament, and potentially they're trying to keep that on lock on who actually are the 32. I believe if you do some hunting, you can find out. But
I thought I think they actually sent that on Friday.
Okay,
they sent the bracket.
Okay, so
they sent the 32. The bracket's available. You know who the characters are. I don't know if we 100% know who's matched up against who in round 1. Like seeding and all that. But it will come out to more and more on this. So again, same situation here. You can buy a onesie if you're just looking for that right now off the website. If you're looking for packs of more, we will turn around and have that up there. And actually, I misspoke a little bit earlier. I said 5 packs. I'm going to actually make a 2-pack. And the deal about that is that it's a 2-pack, so you can get any combination of numbers you want. The 2-packs will be unlimited. You can buy as many as you want of that. So let's say you wanted 10, you'd buy 5 2-packs. If you wanted 9, for whatever strange reason in your life, you'd buy 4 of the 2-packs and 1 of the single. The site will work for that.
Oh, we can do that. Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, and I had halfway built, and I just needed to deploy it here in probably about an hour.
All right, so then look forward for that. Live, as you can see, that's why you join the live shows. You get live updates as we're doing it.
Yep.
So those are our 2 blind bags for today. The the next one I wanted to go to, kind of fitting in with your previous blind bag, is called Dead Samurai.
Oh, the Image book?
I think, yeah, I think it's either I don't know what Wake is, but
oh wait, no, you're right. I'm thinking of something completely.
I looked
different.
at it because I had no idea what publisher it was. So
yep.
But I really thought that this is the point, is I'm trying to find things that I think people might like. Now, you could find this by searching in our filter system over here and just looking up Mark Spears, right? He'll come up for you. But on this unique independent publisher Wake, we have Dead Samurai featuring a Mark Spears variant. It's the fourth one there.
Is that Spears or is that
or Mike Mayhew? I'm sorry,
Mayhew. Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I was double checking into it and all this.
I have it right here, Mayhew. I'm just not reading.
Well, I'm going to bring this up as a sidebar for this. This is a very interesting one because this Wake publisher is a little bit under the radar. They had a kind of a start and stop problem with the Diamond Comics.
Yes, which a lot of small independent titles are doing, or publishers are doing.
So now that they're handled, now they're over with Lunar, everything's smoothed out. But what they're also giving you is an opportunity on issue 1 and 2 to turn around and get a second print. If you didn't hear about this, you never knew what was going on. I think it was way under our radar because I always say it wrong. Diamond did not market this correctly. We didn't hear about it correctly. So you can turn around and get into it. And while you're going to get to the Mayhew, and I'm going to bring this up, before we hit that, 1, 2, and 3. Did you see who the artist is on the main covers?
I did not.
Bill Sienkiewicz.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so Sienkiewicz and Mayhew is just insane. That is an insane artistry going on an independent title that not many people know of. And again, we're even with those names behind it, we can't just order those up for the rack, So this is where you jump in and tell us what we should be doing and how we should be ordering. If 4 of you go, we have to have this, then maybe 2 end up on the rack. But I want to make sure that these get into the hands of the people that are really looking for it. Mike Mayhew's an incredible artist, and I think a lot of people search out for him from Joker, Harley killing Sanity. I know a lot of people search for Mike Mayhew. I didn't even see the Sienkiewicz, but that's the whole point of looking at these, breaking down these final order due dates, is to catch those kind of things.
Internals on this are also Ryan Benjamin.
Wow.
So
okay, even better.
We're not talking about just a fly by night little thing here. This is real and legit, work. But I think that they're really suffering from lack of marketing and where they got really punished by a lot of small publishers did with how Diamond treated things at the end. So this is a great time for us to send up a signal flare and put it on radar for everybody here.
There you go. Moving on to another one that I think that this is for a specific customer, but I thought we'd talk about it because we do have 2 hold slots that kind of pick these up. I'm checking out Alter Ego magazine.
Oh, this is from Tomorrow's Publications. So these have been going on for a long time. You can see here Alter Ego, as he brings up here, the magazine is issue 197 is hitting the rack on this. We have typically been carrying about 1 to 2 extras, but it's been selling through, so it's, it does not, it does fine. It sells all right for us. But like you said, we've got 2 people on subscription. You'll notice that this cover here is Dave Stevens, Rocketeer fame.
Yep.
But these are full-blooded, in-depth articles, well-written, well-constructed. This publication has long been respected in the hobby for its kind of a history and storytelling and giving you the inside beef of what the business world is like and the creators and their process and things like that.
And with that, I highly recommend that if you're someone that's into reading about kind of basically having a Comic-Con every month, just reading your Alter Ego or Comics Retro or something like that, to get on to final order cutoffs and purchase those bad boys beforehand. So we get one specifically for you. They're, like he said, they're mostly sold out almost instantaneously when they get on the rack. So
yep. We do cover it. We do carry it and all that.
Yep, it's available. All right, let's move on to. We talked about this last week, and I kind of wanted to treat this as like how you'll find us talking about some things week by week as we both see it on catalog, and then it goes to FOC, and then it moves on to new comic book release, right? So let's move on to Fantastic Four Gargoyles.
Oh yeah, you did bring this one up, and we got a little bit of response for it.
And we did, but there was some variants I thought we should highlight there, featuring a Scotty Young that I saw.
Yep.
These are, again, this is a series we're not really sure how we're going to order, what we're going to try to bring in. This is a way to make sure that you get your crossover, because Fantastic Four and Gargoyles is a pretty volatile community in the aspect of I'm not sure how much they cross over. I think it'd be unfair to tell everybody that's enjoying the new Fantastic Four or the new Gargoyles that they should be on. So ordering it's going to be tough.
This is also bringing up Scotty Young here. This is one of 4 or 5 artists that we have permanent variant pull list for.
Yes.
What we mean by that is that Scotty Young, Art Germ, J. Scott Campbell, I can't remember if yet, and I mean there's some theme ones that also kick in. But we have a permanent list here of people who say, hey, every Scotty Young variant that comes out, not the ratios, not the high-end stuff, I want to be on that. It is an option that we do here in the store. Richie hand adds those every single month to the people who have asked for that when the orders come out so that we can turn around and do this. It is an option if you are that Scotty Young fan. We kind of know a baseline of every Scotty Young that will sell, although like my first guess here is on this one, this is a little bit more popular. It's kind of more of his cuter, funnier, and not always done kind of thing. Actually, his Mr. Fantastic's kind of popular, plus the gargoyle there.
Yep.
Like that's pretty big. And then I'm going to pull it back up here again because one other variant on this that we hit lightly before, but I just got to hit it again because that Gelato is insanity.
Agreed. The Goliath thing mix up. It's insane.
So these are available. They're on there for you guys to pick which one you're interested in.
Moving on. We actually got requests about this, and I thought I'd jump on and get ahead of it as it continues to come out. It's Civil War 2006, number 3.
Oh yeah, this is they're doing a facsimile edition of all the Civil Wars here. And I'm going to kind of leave it here for a second. Here's the main cover and then the Michael Turner variant that was popular at the time. They did both regular and black and white when the first ones came out. Now it's a foil edition.
Correct. So it's gorgeous Michael Turner in foil. And not only that, but that might be one of my all-time favorite Michael Turner covers of all time. And seeing Iron Spider in foil is going to be bonkers.
That's going to be good.
And even if you didn't get the first 2, I think you might want this bad boy just to sit with the other one. So it's not one to sleep on. I think you should probably get one.
Yeah, that's
because it's a facsimile. There's not a ton being ordered for it. Same old, same old. That's exactly. You're going to hear me say that a lot because it's final orders due. What I'm bringing up is not the ones we're going to have 15 on the rack. You can walk up and grab it. I'm talking about the unique ones that maybe you didn't even know were on the rack because you're someone that shows up on Friday.
I'm going to hit real quickly while we're here because everybody sees all these. This is my only sore point of the catalog for the week and all these. All these that we have no images on. Well, here's the deal. It's a continuation again of more of the absolutes. And I heard more details that were shared about this from DC. The plan is that they don't want to actually continue to do printing after printing after printing anymore for absolutes. This may be the last printing on all of the absolutes coming out, but they may go very, very deep into how many of them that they turn around and run this time so that it's kind of more of an evergreen type item going forward. So for Martian Manhunter number 1, third print, it's going to be the same A image that was on the main book. And the only ones that are different right now is that the main 3, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, had some new art J. Lees. So the J. Lees are available, and that's the one we have new arts. All the other ones that you see there are the same art with just probably a little bit of a different coloring on the logo.
Okay. With that in mind, we'll take a real quick look at one of my personal joke suggestions.
Okay.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12.
I'm shocked you would suggest Turtles.
Now, the reason I'm bringing this up, Keith, is not because everybody already knows I'm a huge TMNT fan, but at Final Order Due, we actually have an Eastman cover. It's shown there. It's not.
Okay, so it's funnier because on Thursday, this book was not on the Final Order Due. It was the whole, not Eastman. I'm not saying the
whole thing wasn't.
The whole thing was for a future date, and they just advanced it up now so that it fits correctly on the schedule, and so it's kind of sneaking in there, and that other, some people are going to have to make some mad scrambles about ordering on Monday because there wasn't the full ramp up time. It wasn't on there for a full week.
There
Not
you
a
go.
problem for us. It's a pretty established book. We know who's getting it and all this. Although I will say this, as much as you are the Eastman fan and I can make fun of it and all this, if he's gonna throw this guy on the cover, this might sell a little bit more.
I would agree with that as well.
So the few that we normally have on the rack that cover the people that are grabbing it, as they're doing the normal shopping, fine. But I think it sells out. I think this one's gone quick. And
to your point, Keith, people that aren't following along in the story, that Shredder reveal is pretty big. So next, I wanted to look at Ultimate Wolverine number 10. This will be a quick one.
Okay.
There's just a stunning Philip Tan cover I want everyone to see.
So Ultimate Wolverine
right there.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to pause you for a sec.
Because
there are the Tron variants that are coming.
The Tron variants are. I thought we would talk about
Noto. Oof.
Yes.
We'll go Tan because friend of the shop. He's done a cover for us for Cover Alpha.
Yeah. I think that's filthy. I like it a lot.
That's a very good cover.
Yeah.
The lighting, the reflection he's got on that, the elements. That's a very good cover.
So then when we go from there, we can actually talk about Tron and maybe Muppets that you also kind of hinted on our community page.
Yeah, I'm going to hit both of these up at the same time. You can do this on the filters here.
That's what I thought we'd do. Yeah.
And if we go both with Muppets and Tron here and all this, the Muppet cover this week is The Amazing Spider-Man number 13. Javier Bardem on this doing the Silver Surfer number 4 homage with Gonzo and Kermit. And then our two Tron variants are New Avengers 05 by Hopchi and the Ultimate Wolverine 10 by Phil Noto. Both of them have a striking look to it.
Yes.
Just, again, that Tron, we know the glowing lines in Tron. And to be able to use that as an element on your covers, which is what we've seen for most of these out there, it's pretty nice.
Agreed.
Since they did just release all of the Muppet ones available, they haven't tied everything to books yet. I will be able to tie them to the books here shortly. So all the Muppets for even future weeks will have all their art updated here pretty quickly.
Perfect. Next, we will move into Something is Killing the Children. A monster walks into a bar.
The one shot.
This is a interesting one shot because it is reprints, but it's a sneaky little reprint. It's all, I think it's 3 or 4 backstory pages from the book Hello Darkness.
So to satisfy my, contract here with Richie, I always have to pick the.
Yep, you do have to pick the freezing
variant
right.
on this, but you're right. This is content from the SIKTC universe that was not placed inside the Something is Killing the Children.
They are different perspective stories on Erica Slaughter, the people she's saved. They kind of build their own stories and lore of her, and those were in the back pages of Hello Darkness. So if you picked up Hello Darkness, you already had them. If you did not, and you are Something is Killing the Children fan, which a lot of us are, you're missing out on a huge chunk. Outside of that, as a collector, some people want the Something is Killing the Children edition of those reprints to keep with their Something is Killing the Children line.
While
So-
this is also that alternate perspective, it's still Tinian. It's
all of
still further Deladera.
Mhm.
So it is still your creative team. It definitely fits in the universe. It wasn't just, random throwaway stories.
No, not at all.
This is real, legit content for fandom.
Correct. So if you are on Something is Killing the Children, I will tell you, I did tie you to this because of those two factors.
I think that's pretty fair. I think this is one of the times that people want to have that. And if they're already on Hello Darkness, you kick it back at the register to us to say, oh, I've already got this. No big deal. That's easy for us to deal with at that point in time. I think the book will have legs anyway, just because of the presentation of the content.
All right, let's move over to Titan Comics with Heat Seeker, Gun Honey, which is a favorite of a lot of our guests and stuff. The thing about Heat Seeker is there's just a ton of variants, and getting the right ones and ordering all of them to fill our rack with these would be insane. So as someone that might be picking up Heat Seeker and you're kind of like, man, I'm always missing the one I want. I see like 7 covers and I'm only getting like 1 or 2. This is exactly how you can get whatever cover actually exists that's available to us to get for you.
So let's also talk about a trick here for hold slots.
Yep.
You're subscribed to the A cover. You want to have the A cover. That's what you're down for normally. But because you're watching the show and you're like, man, I want that photo cover this time. I want to swap out for the photo cover. Just because you're subscribed to the A does not mean that you can't turn around and place an order for the photo cover and ask us to swap for you. You're
Correct.
not committed that you have to buy the A plus the variant. If you'd like to just swap them, this is a great time to turn around and send us a message along with your order to say, hey, this is a replacement. Don't get me the A this time. I'm just looking for the B because that matches what I'm chasing here. So we do a lot of that as part of the hold slots too. So I don't really think, oh, you're just committed because you're already on the A. Oh, I don't want to buy 2 copies, so I'll skip the variant I really want. No, we'll work with you.
Excellent. From there, I have another quick look. I'd like everyone to see Justice League Unlimited Zerdy variant.
Yeah, I mean, we could easily spend almost a half hour on just DC variants between. I see a Nakayama. I see.
Yeah,
yeah.
I was
30s.
I limited myself to like 2. So I just think that covers fire. And Justice League Unlimited, we're not bringing a ton of those in, even as Zerdy. So maybe something you want to order. From there, I would like to talk about a hardcover that's available called Sister Imperator.
That is Dark Horse Comics.
I think so. Yes. So the thing about this one is when they came out in singles, we were selling them like crazy and we couldn't figure out why. And then we found out that it's from the world of the band Ghost. So this is for anybody that is like into the band Ghost. They were recently here like a month or two ago, and they have a comic out. And rock bands and comics, they come out all the time. They're always independent and they're always underprinted, and everybody's always looking for them after the fact. This is the best way to make sure you get your hands on this before it's really tough to find everywhere.
Further than even just being like related, again, Tobias Forge is member of the band and writing this. So
Yeah.
we're deeply immersed into fandom and everything in that area. So this is the collection. If you missed out on the comics, this is a great way to turn around and have this and be able to read the whole story together.
Lastly, to take us home, I want to talk about Phantom #1.
Ooh, that is
I didn't write down the publisher. Sorry.
Was that Massive? Let's see if I was right. Nope. I don't think it was Massive. I don't think it was Oni.
No.
I know it's in the middle. I know where it is. I'm going to try one more thing before I just turn around and do a search because I can just. Oh, there we go. I found it.
All right.
Pretty sure I've got it under. Yeah, it's Mad Cave.
It is Mad Cave. Okay.
Yep.
So Mad Cave, the thing about Phantom is this is a perfect example of what us trying to guess what we're going to order. Phantom's a big enough character, kind of like a Space Ghost or something like that, where there's enough people out there that recognize that name that want to be in and might want to jump on. But it's not going to be crazy. We're not going to bring 50 copies in to try to sell this bad boy. And I think there are Phantom fans out there that really don't want to miss out on the new iteration. So right now, I think you should jump in, say you want the Phantom, and make sure you don't miss out on this bad boy.
The last couple Phantom stories. Phantom was with Dynamite for a while. Then it was with Moonstone. When we were ordering them, I remember we had about 4 to 5 sales. It's not a big one, but I will say that currently right now with some of the Dynamite's revivals of Space Ghost, of some other characters in that area, Herculoids, like some universes of known properties, they're selling way better than what they had in the past. People are deeper into this. So we'll be a little bit deeper into this, but if we guessed at say 10 as an example, and you weren't there right away, you were our Friday shopper here, it could be gone off the rack before then. This is your chance to be there and absolutely be reserved.
Especially on a number 1. I think that's where you really want to jump the gun on a final order due.
Plus choosing your variant. Dan Brereton's got one. That the main cover is Freddie Williams second. There's options. So
there's really good stuff. Yeah.
Be where you want to be. That's
everything I brought today.
I think we've covered pretty much everything I was going to look at and all this too. So again, to get to this, it's from the I Want More Comics on this. Click on shop and hit your final orders due.
Take you right to the page.
This takes you right to where we are right now. You can start skipping ahead if you want to turn around and try to be smarter than us next week and see some stuff on here. You can start skipping ahead to next week, but only the things on this week are really kind of locked in stone that this is what to do now. Next week, some of the stuff could slide into future weeks if it's not ready, if they're not ready to turn around and send it to press. We kind of look at this mostly 1 week at a time, which is why we do the show every single week to get with you guys about this. Feel free to send messages to either reserve a series ongoing if you're a hold slot, multiple copies if you're looking for that, or if you have additional questions, do reach out to us through any of the platforms, even the website, the little chat button here right now. This will turn around and get you to us too. I want to point that out, that you can turn around and ask questions directly for that.
There you go, gang. We will catch you on Tuesday for our half-hour hype.
Great. Thanks, everyone.
See ya.